Hey guys, David with the Wholesalers Toolbox, back again with Matt Camp from DealMachine. And today I want to talk to you about something that to me is probably one of the most important things that DealMachine has done. Last year they introduced, or was it early
Yeah,
this year, introduced
that's on my.
the free skip tracing, right? They
Mhm.
gave you ownership data, phone numbers, emails for all the properties in their system, right? Nationwide. But the problem we've had as wholesalers is when it came to a corporate owned property. Corporations are hard to skip trace. It's you've got to go to open corporates and try to find out who owns it, but then a lot of times it's just a registered agent, and you don't so you just hit a
Mhm.
dead end.
Mhm.
It's also makes it difficult when we're trying to build a cash buyers list, right? We can go in and see all these LLCs buying properties, but then we hit a dead end. Like then we don't know anything else about them, right? Other than sending a piece of mail to them, we're kind of at a dead end. So Deal Machine has solved that problem. They have come out with another innovation to Deal Machine that's going to fix that for us. And with that said, Matt, I want you to hop in and just explain it to
Mhm.
everybody what you guys are doing and
Mhm.
how this is going to help people not only track down people that maybe just have an LLC that owns one property that's vacant or distressed and you want to buy it, but also from the point of view of building a cash buyers list and how we can go and now see that data and find out who owns those LLCs.
Yeah, absolutely. And David, again, appreciate you having me on always. Really excited to be able to bring this to you guys. It's something that, on our end, we're trying to really build ourselves as the known innovator in the space where we can get out there, always be listening to you guys, trying to evolve and add what you guys want from us to really take this to the next level and help you do more deals, help give everyone the power of real estate investing, right? And so, I know, like you mentioned, a year ago, we launched the unlimited free skip tracing option, the contact info for every lead you add right there. Over time, I mean, we looking at our data and looking at the industry in general, we noticed, hey, there's one big hole in the industry still remaining on that front, and it is that corporate skip tracing. And it's notoriously just very, very poor quality, and or not coming back with anything. And so our team has been set out to go solve that for you guys, and really, really excited to kind of show you this next level, the future of skip tracing for us. It's we're calling it LLC Owner Match, right? So any LLC ownership data, it shows you that LLC agent, it shows you that LLC organizer. It helps you kind of pierce that corporate veil and find LLC owners literally 5 layers deep. And for all these reasons you're talking about, help you can help you really eliminate those dead ends in terms of finding owners and those golden leads that you can find that way. I mean, those are ones that you're getting a hold of that other people don't have access to that data, right? So they're
Right.
not going to be able
Tell us
to.
what you mean. Tell us what you mean by 5 layers deep.
Yeah. So literally, if it's an LLC owned by an LLC owned by an LLC, right, 5 layers deep, you're still going to get that contact data. So
Yeah.
we're still able to go through that. We've piped in that LLC ownership data into DealMachine now, where it's just easily integrated into the property card. I'll show you guys exactly where you can find it. But the super exciting thing here, David, is that it's taking our contact match rate and be able to, looking at the broad data set of the entire US, our old data still really strong, but probably 70 to 80% contact match, 70, 74, somewhere in that ballpark.
Right.
Now, after this is done with this new huge hole filled, it is 95% owner match rate for single family homes, which is like unparalleled in the industry. Like that is something we're very excited about. And then the cash buyer piece of it too, like you said, we hear complaints all the time about trying to find, how do you find that cash buyer skip trace data? Now can help you build that amazing cash buyer list right there. And I'll show you guys how to do both of those things here. So,
Okay. That'd be great.
awesome. Let me know if you can see my screen here. Hopefully,
You are in. Yeah, we see
there
it.
we go. Awesome. So again, inside DealMachine here, I know you've got, again, the map is where you're spending a lot of time, building that list of leads, whether you're driving for dollars or pulling a list. Anytime you add leads, whether it be on mobile or desktop, they all go to here, this leads tab. And now I've got, in my account, 20,871 leads, which again, from a skip tracing perspective, it used to be what, 10 cents per skip. I mean, that would
Yeah.
be, $2,000, over $2,000 of contact info to pay for that. Right. That is automatically included in DealMachine. And now, as of November 25th, so live now is the corporate piece of that. So you can jump into DealMachine now, click on any property that's owned by an LLC. So like here's one example, which again, you still have the property data, property characteristics, you've got the land info, tax info, sale history, rehab costs, all that like you're used to. You still have the demographic data about the owner. If you click into the owners and things like that, all of that right there, including the phone numbers. But now this LLC card right here is going to show you, hey, this is European Performance Auto Center LLC, owns this property. Great. You know what? You click into that and you can see more about the agent. You can see, again, if there's organizer there, you can see the phone numbers, emails, all that listed right there for any LLC owned property. And if you go into your list, if you search, just filter by corporate owned, let's see this here, you can look now and see I've got, this again would be a massive hole in the industry in terms of phone numbers coming back in emails. I've scrolled down, I've got a ton right here, literally 95% rate of matching.
Crazy.
Being able to come in and say like, hey, yeah, let me find another example. Here's a trust. So trustee, that's matched as well. And being able to come in and just be able to click into that and look at that data at a deeper layer is super, super powerful. So
very powerful. So, and I want to mention with corporate owned properties, because a lot of people think like corporate owned and they think of this, big corporation and this big building, and it's like Microsoft, something like that. But a lot of people, when they're, they go buy maybe just one property, right? I'm going to go buy an investment property and put it, but when they buy it, they put it in an LLC. They don't put it in their own name. They put it in LLC. And it could only be just one property. They've never been an investor before in their life, but somebody just recommended that they do it that way. So you'll go buy a vacant property or distressed property that's empty and like distress and all this stuff. And it's, you go look it up and it's like, oh, it's owned by an LLC. So you think, oh, this is a big company that owns it. And a lot of times it's not. A lot of times those people want to sell the property just like a private owner would. And you can go into DealMachine, you can see who owns it, you can see the LLC, you can see who the contact is with the LLC, see their phone number, and then you can also go into the portfolio and see that they only own one property, right?
Yep.
Or only two properties or whatever. So you can judge how big this entity is by just looking at the assets that they're holding to a certain degree. So it's a great tool for, if you're out, no matter what you're doing, you're cold calling, you're out driving for dollars, whatever you're doing, send in mail, you can, now you can really effectively market to those LLCs and know who to contact and not just say, so I'll say it's hard to track down. So I'm just going to, run a list of private owners and not even mess with the LLCs. Now you can put the LLCs right into it and market to them too.
Yeah. I mean, this is a game changer in terms of just saving you so much time in terms of, again, identifying those leads that are nearly impossible to get to, like getting access to this data that other people don't have. That's going to help you stand out and just really have this moment where, hey, you can be unique and have a kind of be an early adopter into something that other people aren't already using. Right. So the people that jump on this, like you're going to be able to stand out right away. I'll mention as well too, on the the corporate owned, the cash buyer list side. If you go onto the map, for example, right here, one awesome way you can be able to do this is if you are, say you have a property that you have just locked up, you're just, you're acquired, or you've got the A to B contract, you're looking to actually wholesale the property, you're ready to assign it, and you want to build that cash buyers list. You can now, effectively go into DealMachine here, say it was on, in this neighborhood, use our draw tool, this top left corner, outline that area of people who you already know are buying in that neighborhood because, hey, they're already, they already own properties here. So now I can highlight this and then based on that, go in and say quick filters. Hey, you know what? Show me all the corporate owners here. And now I've got 321 properties owned by LLCs, owned by corporations, that every single one of these, if I build this list right, I can start looking and just saying, hey, now I can look at each individual LLC and have the contact info, have the ability to call, have the ability to email, have the ability to reach out to them really quick and easy when you've got all this right here. They're much more likely to be interested because they've got other properties on that block or in that area already acquired in their portfolio. So there you go.
I've done a couple of videos lately on building your cash buyers list. So if you're working in a specific area, a zip code or a couple of cities or whatever, to be able to go in and build this list, right? And say, okay, here are all the corporations that own properties in this area and then you can even sort by, when they purchased them. Are they recent purchases? Yep. How long have they had them? Right. So you can see people that are actively buying or companies that are actively buying in there. Right. Yep. You can sort it, and you don't have to do all the filters, but you can sort it by, just single family residents, right? They're not buying, multiplex or commercial, but they're just buying single family.
Yep.
Right. And build this list out. And then, like you said, if you want to call them, if you want to email them, which is a great thing, to be able to do, right? Just say, just start zapping emails for free. You could build a custom postcard in the mail center and say, hey, I see, through public records, I see you own properties or you're currently buying properties in this market. I'm actively looking and marketing for properties in here. Would you be interested in being added to my cash buyers list and just putting a domain on your postcard? If so, go to, DetroitCashHouses.com or DetroitWholesaleProperties.com, right? So there's so many things you can do here, finding people to buy, finding corporations that want to sell, tracking them down. All of this stuff is such great stuff and not available anywhere else right now. You can't go anywhere else and do this kind of level of LLC search that I know of. And I look around for it. There's no place else that's doing this right now.
Yeah. I mean, you can even go, if you want to get really specific and say, hey, show me people who own portfolios. Let's see, number of units. So you could say, hey, people who own a particular number of units, or let's see here, owner has multiple properties or number of properties owned. So you could say, hey, owner has, between 5 and 10 units or whatever it might be, to really kind of get very, very targeted on who that persona is for your cash buyer list and reach out to people that way as well. So that they don't just have the one-off property, or maybe they are mom and pop. Like, it just gives you another layer of kind of demographic data to tap into that you can't get anywhere else either.
Yeah. Dude, it's amazing. And, the little thing popped up down there. You guys, we did a video the other day about the AI list builder where like the AI can identify distressed properties. Looking at different, points, the roof and the, what the windows look like and the grass and the landscaping and all that. It's, which is another incredible innovation that you guys are, you're rolling out. So, man, it just keeps on coming.
That's the goal, man. We're trying to make it easier and easier for you guys, make it more efficient, more effective to go do whether it be your first deal, your 100th deal, just give you those tools you need and access to the data to be able to make that happen. So, I know we've got that little link at the bottom right there to be able to try it out for free. Just see all this stuff. It's brand new. It's out there. The AI vision builder you're talking about for list building, the skip tracing, corporate skip tracing data, that's all in there now. So, you've got access to all this stuff. Like, go out there, try it out, and we've had over 10,000 deals done at this point using DealMachine. Like, would love for you guys to be the next one.
Go check it out. Play around with all these features, and you will absolutely love it.
Fantastic.
Bye, guys.